Hey guys, what is going on? And thank you so much for coming back and hanging out with me and the Fasterproms crew. This video, I spoke before a little bit about my brother. I just kind of wanted to give you a quick little background here. I was a little reluctant to do some stuff beforehand, but this was a slightly different situation because of the nostalgia. But first, I wanted to tell you about my brother. Somebody that I looked up to tremendously. He's 13 years older than I am. He was always incredibly mechanical, very, very witty, very clever. And he, at about 9 or 10 years ago, had an accident, and he basically got run over by a semi, and he was in a coma for 3 months, and he has actually had a little bit of speech impairment and a little bit of some brain injury as well. You guys, I think, you'll be pretty impressed by his knowledge right here. So check this out. Be kind. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Hey guys, I had something planned that I'm trying to do for quite a while here. I thought it was going to be a lot of fun here. Actually, Juan has a very interesting little, collection here. He's kind of a Z-car fanatic, so you got quite a few of them here.
Yeah, quite a few of them.
And this one right here is really, really nice specimen.
Yeah.
So let's check this thing out. This is a 1977 280Z, and I'd love for you to go over some stuff with it because, again, this is your area of expertise. Now, one of the reasons that you brought this car over here was we wanted to take my brother Mike right here, and he had a Z car when he was younger, and it's a big like walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
Big old thing for nostalgia, and he wanted to go. I wanted to take him for a ride in it. So but show us this thing first, and we're gonna go for a ride in a little bit here.
This is the crown jewel.
Oh, it really is impressive underneath there. Like, I mean, I honestly haven't found any dirt anywhere. It's been here for a few days, and we've been looking at it off and on. And but really, you have some late model fuel injection stuff that we might probably in a few days maybe go around and do some tuning with.
Yes, of course.
But it's got a fast system on it and all that. But it's got a cam, a few little odds and ends.
BC coilovers.
Oh yeah, it's got that nice stance. Yeah. Did you said something? What was it about these wheels again?
The hubcaps.
And what about them though?
They're a bit expensive.
Like how much?
Like about $1,000, $1,300.
Jeez, for hubcaps. But it's got that OEM look though. Oh, Mike, you said you had a 72?
Correct.
And it was a 240, but you'd done some modifications with it in the...
Yeah, the 240 of the 260 engine, the 240 carburetor intakes, and the camshaft.
And you had headers on it and stuff too, right?
No.
Okay.
I went and played with it, but I found it better to use the stock manifold.
Yeah, made a little bit more bottom end torque like that, you think?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Did you use like the SU carburetors or?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, those are the ones that make power on.
We got some Datsun nerd talk going on. I like it. I'm totally digging it. That's cool. So let's fire this thing up. He hasn't even actually heard this thing run yet. So, and the interior is pretty doggone immaculate.
Oh yeah, and it's still got all the.
Is it a little grumpy when she's cold?
Yeah, a little grumpy.
Oh, yeah, put me good sound.
So how big is the cam, do you think?
I have no idea.
Yeah. You can definitely tell it makes a lot less vacuum.
It does.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. So it's like a lot of Datsun owners would do the typical like Chevy swap alternator. The Datsun ones suck. The front calipers, they switch them out to like a 4-piston Toyota caliper. It uses a lot of other car parts to make it work better.
But so the only thing really modified on this is the fuel injection system?
Yes, and the cam.
And the cam, okay.
Oh, and the regulator, of course.
Okay, fuel pressure regulator, yeah, see that?
I don't know why it's idling actually.
Yeah, it's actually idling so good right
It's
now.
a Datsun thing, man. It's like they either work or they don't. It's like half the time they're
I
either
know what you
working.
mean.
Oh my god, it's such a pain.
The thing the other day is like I changed a couple of different things on the fuel injection system, and it started to get a really pissed off idle, and I was like, dude, I don't even know.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
I changed like a couple things, like the target air fuel ratio. I was like, we got the IAC value where it needed to be, and then there was something else, and then it was just all over the place. I'm like, oh gosh,
Yeah,
that's
it's like-
exactly what I need. Yeah.
We are finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mike, you walked right over here and you're like, you touched the steering wheel. So show me real quick here. You're like, this is a common problem with these.
Yep.
The play.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it does.
You
Massive
can hear
play.
it.
Oh yeah, massive play.
He goes, yeah. I mean, tell me real quick what you said again.
I just remember that.
Yeah.
I started putting a boot on there
Yeah.
and pumping it full of grease.
Well, you were saying you had just replaced universal
The
joint.
UP joints on them
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. And it still did the same
Especially
thing.
back there.
Oh yeah, the U joints. crap.
Constant problem.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah.
Squeaky. They're just in there squeaky,
They're
squeaky.
just not meant to hold that much power.
Oh yeah. How many axles did you break?
Oh man.
Yeah, I used to have a bucket full of them.
Constantly.
Yeah. And it's always like, oh, it's just normal. It's like, you know, it's about to break too. It's like,
You know, it got to the point where, I was a kid and I was doing it myself. I get sick of paying people,
yep.
so I just up and did it myself.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Well, let's. It seems to be running good, so I
Yeah.
think we should head on down the road and go for a ride. What do you think, man? Yeah, man, that's what you came for. Let's go. Let's go do it.
Do you ever lose that depth?
What? Oh God, no.
So you hopped right in here, and you're saying it was really, really low, but you're like, I got this. You're kind of used to.
It brings it all back to my head. There's no crack up here though. Well,
Yeah. So just off camera, we're sitting here messing around. Mike's like, the clock works? You're like, dude, 1987, my clock didn't even work.
decimal rest.
All right, well, here we go. Oh, I like the feel of it already.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing feels,
Torquey.
it's pretty neat. It feels so small. But I mean, it's comfortable. It's small and comfortable though. It's got an ugly spot at the fueling right there.
That lot of jolts.
Yeah. But I really love the feel of it though. It's
All these straight sixes are super clunky.
yeah.
I forget that sounds like.
It's such a vintage feel, the feeling of the shifter and all that. It's really
Yeah.
pretty nice, man. So we can check out all of our live data right there. It tells us everything about coolant temperature, air temperature. Wow, engine braking's big. Yeah, we're gonna make it.
The string rate, man, alright.
We made it!
Barely.
Barely.
I doubt we would have made it if there was a car behind us.
Yeah, probably would have pushed it anyway. So we're going over by the airport real quick here, and we got a couple spots where we can kind of open it up just a little bit here. Juan said I had to drive it really hard, so I haven't really driven it hard yet. I'm just trying to get the feel of it, but oh yeah, like that ugly spot right there. That's what I was telling you about. Woo! Man, the engine braking is insane. It like off throttle.
I'd love to find somebody with a 5-liter Mustang and race him. car longer years.
Yeah. It seems like the power dies off pretty good after about 5,500. I thought it would rev a little higher.
Yeah, I brought mine up to like about 68, I think.
Yeah, 68.
Yes.
Oh.
I shifted to 68.
Wow. Uh-oh.
No battery, no way.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Check the connected.
Uh-oh.
I wonder how the battery would die. Is the alternator down?
Juan was talking about how you have to excite the alternator and all that, but yeah, we did do that. Whew. I don't know, I think we're gonna need to call for help after this one. Well, let's see. As we're sitting here stuck on the side of the road, let's make the most of it. So they're coming for us, but yeah, I mean, you were just saying you had a big old shifter and when you were riding with Dad, is that what you're saying?
Not Dad, but Andy.
Okay.
Because Andy will sell like this, and every time I go into reverse, I'd be
hit him right in the leg with the shifter, huh?
uh-huh. And that thing was heavy too.
Yeah. So it was like, you said it was a T-handle?
Yes. The Hurst.
Ah, gotcha. Hurst T-handle.
And I think this is brilliant what he did here.
Oh, he's got another radiator,
A real good stereo and the stock stereo here.
Yeah. Stock stereo. So he's got a aftermarket stereo in the glove box there.
Yeah, that way it doesn't affect the lux or anything. That's really smart.
Yeah. So the seats are really good and comfortable. And
oh man, I remember that.
the
fuse box.
Yeah.
Wow, the memories.
Yeah. That's what I was wanting to take you out for, man. All the memories.
Oh, we have speakers in here. This is interesting.
You probably would have changed out your speakers, I would imagine.
Well, my speaker, what I did is I got rid of the covers.
Yeah.
I took off these covers.
Yeah.
And made a big piece of plywood.
Yeah.
And cut from here to here. And put the speakers in these.
Okay.
That way it has a little sound.
Yeah, so this is kind of like a little cubby hole there.
Yeah, it's like for acoustics.
Okay. Yeah.
And that way they fire shit up and you could hear them good too.
You always had big stereo stuff and changing stereo stuff out and modifying stereo and all that. So he was who I looked up to with stereo stuff when I was younger. And actually, when he was in school, I would go in his room and play CDs and stuff with his stereo system when you were gone. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. I think you got mad at me a couple times for that. Actually, I think about
it.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I think I remember listening to like Red Hot Chili Peppers when I was probably like 6 years old. I was like,
because I had it.
Yeah, pretty inappropriate for 6 years old. Yeah.
I was in numerous mosh pits.
So when was the youngest that you were ever in a mosh pit?
Probably 15, 14.
Yeah, I think that's about the same for me, about 15.
Well, the band's name was Jehovah's Sickness.
Jehovah's Sickness? I think I was a freshman in high school and I went to go see Voodoo Glow Skulls, which is like a hard ska band,
right.
Kind of heavy. And then, yeah, I think that was my first mosh pit, being about 15 years old.
We had parties in people's houses in their backyard and stuff.
Mosh pits in the backyard?
Sure.
That's pretty awesome. Got here as fast as you could, huh?
You sold it as you could.
What seems to be the problem there, mister?
Well, I think what happened was, you hear that?
Yeah.
I think when you did that neutral drop on me, it just like took the wire right off the alternator.
Sorry, it was an accidental neutral drop here. I thought it was in gear and I was like checking, make sure it was okay. And
yeah.
then, whoops, sorry. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll explain why it didn't charge. So he was running on battery power. Remember I told you how either you make it back or you don't.
Well, it was a risk I was willing to take. Oh, did that just fall out of the spade connector right there?
Yep, that's it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, just
I couldn't even, I just checked the ground. I was like, the ground's good.
Yeah. As soon as you said no, like no power, I was like, oh, that damn wire. And we're back up and live.
Mm-hmm.
What a pain. What a pain. That's what happens with these old things. Constantly keep breaking down. It's really annoying. And it really takes the fun out of it, you know? It's like...
Constantly working on it.
Yeah, constantly have to keep working on it. And it's like, sometimes it's fun, but it's like, sometimes it's like...
It just gets old.
It gets old real quick. Well, that's part of it, you know? It's like, but, you know, it's like a... It's definitely a Datsun thing, you know?
He wanted to race.
He's crazy.
It sounds like he's got a little rod knock. I'm not gonna blow it apart. Back up.
And that's how you call it Datsun curse, man. God.
Well, this whole nostalgia, going down nostalgia memory lane, didn't exactly work out the way we thought, but man, what a day. Still a cool experience driving the car. Sorry for the bad news. Well, we have to get into doing some tuning on this thing because it is so grumpy. It's like 8-to-1 air fuel ratio when we're throttling it on. We got to be able to get into this. That was something that we wanted to do, but
yeah,
we'll have to do it at another time. But cool experience though, man. Definitely cool experience, and certainly could have turned out better. But let's go. I'm gonna go talk to Mike and see what he thought about it. Sorry that didn't turn out the way that we thought it was going to be, and we spent more time actually stranded on the side of the road than we did driving. But you know, it happens. So
yeah, it does, of course.
So we just checked it, and we're pretty sure that it's got a rod that's messed up, but he said he's going to tear it down and probably have it up and running pretty shortly. But maybe we'll have a mulligan, do it again. Love to have you here when we either dyno it or, you know, after we dyno, if we make some more power, we'll see what happens. So
I'm bringing pictures of my old car.
Yeah, get me some pictures of the old car for sure. Text them to me. Well, anyhow, thank you guys for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next episode.